Mate, the Railway Stakes is an absolute cracker. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Choo-choo, all aboard. Railway Stakes, we've got the Ascot Carnival. Oh, gee whiz. It's been a big season for us drifters. Will we find the winner in the Railway Stakes? Well, we both like the same thing at a decent price.
Couldn't believe that that's the one you found. But, you know, sometimes it's good to kind of land on the same thing, you know?
Absolutely, particularly if it wins.
Yeah.
When it wins, sorry.
Yeah, because there'll be some green ticks on our Ned's profiles.
Absolutely. So we'll be sharing that bet on our Ned's profile. So keep an eye out. You can follow us in. And you can do everything else with the good people at Ned's on their app. Get a bit weird and exotic. Same race multis, all the good stuff.
But what are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
I need to ask you a question. Be curious, drifters.
Mr. Brightside fins them up and wins again. Zardozi wins the Oaks for J-Mac. The photo finish. Mr. Brightside or Romantic Warrior. The mare's going. Great guns. Fangirl. Look at her go. Fangirl. Imperatrice has got her. And raced on by Imperatrice by a length. Overpass. More Baker's Delight in Perth. Radina just won it, I'd say. Tom Kedden won the spring champion in a cakewalk. Without a fight, won the Caulfield Cup.
Alrighty, bruh. I've got some business to attend to, so this is going to be a rapid one.
Got to literally rip in.
Yeah. But looking at the noms, I've got 4 states that we're going across.
Man, I know it's got to be a quick one. But there's listed racing, there's group racing all over Australia. So when does it end?
We're only doing one in WA. I'll tell you that for free.
Oh, God, yeah.
The Winterbottom Stakes, 1,200 metres way for age group 1. Overpass with barrier 16.
Sticky, isn't it? Sticky, isn't it? Oh, look, I'll tell you straight away, I'm not going to dive into the $2.70 on offer. And the thing that creeps me out a little bit about Overpass, so I see a victory, which was first up in the Sydney Stakes. I'm like, oh, yeah, tick. And then I see, wait, he's raced? He's raced since then? In the Champions Sprint down the straight? No. Bro should have been here directly after that Sydney Stakes win. So I'm happy to take him on in this race. $2.70, please. I found Paul Haley at, I think he was 800 to 1 in this race a couple of years ago. I'll happily take him on. The two that I'm leaning towards on the local side is, where is he? What's his name? Bravo Centurion. The number 11, he's 10 to 1. He's drawing dog shit as well, but he's going to trail Overpass in. I think he's been going super. Is he a 1,200 metre horse or a 1,000 metre horse? Happy to find out at $10.
He's raced 5 of his last 6 starts have been at 1,000 metres.
So you would suggest he's probably more of a 1,000 metre horse, but he's double figures and he's a local. So he's the one. The other one who I think is going to get a charmed run just behind them, who I think you can't underestimate his Victorian form around Bellatrix Star, Ray Magnerio, Charmstone is number 5, Mahaba.
Mate, he
takes a while to wind up.
He's my on-top selection, Mahaba. Just at the price.
Yeah, happy.
About $10.
Happy.
The good people at Ned's. I think he's a play, barrier 6. And, you might say, who'd he beat on Derby Day? He beat Ray Magnerio, and he was giving Ray, he had 3 kilos on Ray there. So Ray had the weight relief. He ran okay in a meteorite. He won again a week later on Champions Day. So Mahaba, I think, is my on-top selection. On Overpass, you look at his profile, right? You look at, and this is where people can get a little bit lulled in with a false sense of security. Just look at the top line data. Third up, 5 starts, 3 wins. That's a pretty good profile. Winning strike rate of 60%. I'll take that. But when you actually peel back the kimono.
The layers. The kimono.
When he won the Winterbottom last year, he was technically third up there, but he was 7 weeks from an Everest run where he was beaten 2.5 lengths, which was good, into this. So I think he's only three weeks between runs here. He drew barrier 10 last year, drew barrier 16 this year. I'm happy to let him go without me, especially at the price. I think he's far too short.
Yep, I agree. Western Empire, the locals, you know, he should go well, but he's short enough at $4.80. And
he's won up to 2,400 metres.
We want to see him out over further. And Lady Laguna also in the market at $5s. Her best can win this. Like she was great behind Bella Nipotina in the Russell Balding Stakes. I just probably would have wanted to have seen a little bit more out of her, and I think Gate 1 is very tricky.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, yeah, Mahaba on top for me at the price. I had Bravo Centurion in my numbers as well with Western Empire and Lady Laguna. I'm gonna pot the favourite over Pass.
I'm not going to pot over Pass. He's in my numbers, but I just couldn't dive in at that price.
Yeah, fair enough. Where do you want to go next?
Oh, look, it depends if you want to speak to the victim or the source first.
Oh, let's go Caulfield. I feel like it's actually a pretty good card there.
It is, yeah.
So let's go to race 6, the Sandown Guineas. Now, I don't know why Sandown's out of action. Do you know?
I've got an idea.
Okay. But Caulfield this weekend. So Rail is in the true. I'm looking at my screen at the moment. It was a soft 6 earlier. It's heavy 8 at the moment, but at time of recording, there is up to 25 mil rain. And on Saturday, there's up to 15. But it's also hot between now and then, and I doubt they would have irrigated the track. So I'm suspecting it's going to be rain-affected ground, more likely than not. I'm kicking things off here with Schnitzanova. Why wouldn't I? Barrier 5. Impressive winner of the Spring Stakes at Newcastle. You know, has failed once on the soft track, but being a daughter of Schnitzel, you're hoping she can get through it.
Yeah, you'd expect that she can get through it. I prefer to take the local form line over that form line at Newcastle that Sandown brings. I thought French Ruler out of that race was probably one who could improve massively with Blake Shin on. Johnny Sargent, he's due for a win in town, I think. I'm happy to stick with Pisces. Like Pisces and Bitter Creek, you know, are probably the two that a lot of punters will be drawn to. Bitter Creek in the Rupert Clark, 7 of 14, you know, lightly weighted. You know, he's in the Coolmore Stud as well. Prior to that, he's Red Anchor. Like, we found him that day. But bro's been up for a while. You can't tell me the Sandown Guinea's been his grand final. You could probably say that for Pisces. I really liked the way he put him away last start. Third up here, Benny Melamon. He's shorting up $2.60, but that's a $2.60 I can dive into. Whereas the same for Overpass is a price I can let through to the keeper.
Okay. Race 7 is the Eclipse Stakes 1800 metre Group 3 handicap as well. My guy Ain't No Deal Done is here third up. Rain affected ground is his Achilles heel. So he needs it to be a miracle and dry. 1800 metres is cherry right for him. He hit the line really nicely behind light infantry man, and he had significant market support there. He was about $15 into about 10s. So I think this is the target for this horse, this prep. Love the Freedmans, love this horse, love Billy Egan on. Barrier 5, heaps of ticks, just need some luck with the weather.
Yeah. I'm tossing up between the 4 Apulia. Been targeted at a race like this. He's been good without being phenomenal this prep. He's $7. And Poison Charles. I've backed Poison Charles a couple of times now this prep. He's got form around and no deal done. He looks like he enjoys a soft deck. I think 4th up here with a nice weight relief. Jesus Christ. From that gate, buckets more on. Yeah, Poison Charles is the one for me.
Lovely. All right. Now the Zipping Classic, 2400 Group 2. Wait for Age.
Put a line through Miramaster if it's a soft deck, unfortunately.
Yeah, $12 for him, but I doubt he'd run if it's a soft 5 or worse. I thought Buckley Square was a play here.
I think Buckley Square is a play here. He's been warming up to something, and he likes a soft deck. So
if he wins this, is he officially back in the good books?
Oh, look.
Or is he back to neutral?
Well, look, if he wins at $10, then yeah, he's most past sins are forgiven, if not all. Kingswood, for me, the major threat. He can bounce back after a pretty subpar performance in the 5 Diamonds. You said he had a virus, though, so is that going to make him dross for the rest of the prep? I'm not sure.
I think he was on his wrong leg the entire time in that 5 Diamonds.
Yeah, so maybe he'll bounce back here pretty significantly. So they're the two, Kingswood and Barclay Square for me.
Yeah. Now, the Kevin Heffernan Stakes, race 9, 1,400 metres, Group 3, way for age. Go on the toppy here.
The toppy Tuvalu, that's a stupidly easy bet. Like he carried about 800 kilos in the Rupert Clark, and he comes to weight for age here against a bunch of donkeys. Draws a nice gate. Yeah, that's just absolutely so basic. It's almost too good to be true, Holes. I think anything black odds is thank you.
A gift?
Oh, a gift.
Yeah?
Yeah, very easy.
Okay.
Very easy. Are you telling me Arkansas Kid's going to win this? Is that what you just said? Arkansas Kid's going to win this?
I didn't say that.
Who said that? I saw someone kick up for him this week on bloody X. Oh, can't remember who, but
okay.
I felt like making my own account just so I could abuse that person and not put the podcast at risk. I was like, you're kidding me.
What about Wellwall? First up, he absolutely flew last prep, but he only beat like Robusto and Palmetto. Yeah, you're probably right. I could see Tamerlane improving here, and I thought Warney was the other threat. He was unlucky on, I believe it was Oaks Day, but this is a step up, big step up for Warney. But you know, he's been known to take some souls previously.
Absolutely.
Now the Summons Stakes, 1,600 metres, Group 3 for the mares, set weights and penalties. Running by was my starting and my finishing point here, but you can basically put a line through her. She won't be running if it is rain-affected ground.
Yeah, I know, which is a bit of a shame. She's had a really interrupted prep, but look, found her last start when she won, which is good. I thought Electric Impulse was a good winner on Oaks Day in the Melbourne Cup Carnival Country Final, benchmark 80. Henry Dwyer has been going pretty well as of late. And she likes a wet deck, Electric Impulse, so she's probably the one for me at $11 with Neds.
In the Bella Nips Silks. Love to see that. All right, I think that's Caulfield done and dusted. Let's end on the source. So let's go to the George Moore in Brisbane. Now, it's bloody hot up here at the moment.
Oh, bloody oath.
So I think it will be a drying deck. I don't think there's
there is some rain forecasted for this weekend, unfortunately.
Okay. Good to see Rothy back.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Has to lug 61 kilos, though.
He does have to lug 61 kilos. Oh, what a horse.
Iron horse.
What a horse. It's a miracle that he's having his 30th start here.
We were punting, weren't we punting on him? Probably, as a 2-year-old. He's a 7-year-old now.
Yeah, we're punting on him as a 2-year-old, mate.
Wow.
He was running around in the JJ.
Yeah, we didn't back him that day. We left him out of the quaddie, unbelievably.
Oh,
I remember it vividly.
Idiots. Idiots. Yeah, look, I think it'll be tough for him to win. Rothfire with lugging that weight and first up. He's been trialling pretty well. Oh, this is a race for me that I'd probably just let through to the keeper, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, but in the interest of giving out some sort of insight, I'll put Sofrato on top. Don't think the heavy 8 was completely to his liking last start, but so I think if it is an improving ground, that will suit him, but he still hit the line quite well at the Sunshine Coast. So stepping out to 1,200 metres here, I think he can improve. All right, Sydney. Race 7 is the Starlight Stakes, 1,100 metres listed, open handicap. So front page is a dual acceptor. He's in the George Moore as well. George Moore? Yeah, I got that right. The George Moore and the Starlight Stakes in Sydney. So there is a ton of rain in Sydney as well. I wrote this down. So 1 to 10 mil on Thursday, 1 to 20 on Friday, and then 4 to 25 on Saturday. So me personally, I'm looking for things that can get through Wayne affected ground.
Wayne affected ground.
You know who won with a leg in the air at the Sunshine Coast for Godolphin was Pirelli?
Periel.
Periel, number 10, 53 and a half, 750. Zach Lloyd, who's a fully fledged jockey these days. Yeah, and his first up run, I was pleased by that.
I was looking at Periel as well for this race. Yeah, Zachy Lloyd, like you said, he's outridden his apprenticeship. It's weird to say that I just gotten to that point because he's probably one of Sydney's top jocks. But yep, I'm with you. I think Periel's a bet in that race.
Barrier 2 might be the only sticking point. If it is really wet, inside barriers might not be the place to be. Now, the Festival Stakes, Private Eye. 1,500 metres, Group 3 handicap. Barrier 16 for the big fella. Nash back on, 60.5 kilos.
$6.50 should be 10 times that price.
10 times? If he was 60 to 1, I'd have a bet on him.
Yeah. That's the price he should be. But it's just funny how we were literally just having not a bit of a go, but talking about form around Robusto. Guess who's in this race?
Oh, yeah, Robusto.
So how the mighty have fallen. What about Tannhauser?
Weird prep had to be an issue.
Yeah.
Like, do you know if there was an issue?
No, I'm not sure, but it's just interesting.
Because the one run he did have where he was cricket score odds, like Australian cricket score odds, i.e. like just below like 3 figures. He smashed the line behind NCAP there, and then we just didn't see him again.
No.
So I think he must have had a virus or something. Yeah. But you can let him go because he's drawn barrier 18, and I don't think he's as good on rain affected ground.
I need to make some money with number 2, Mighty Ulysses. Backed him on Derby Day in the Damien Oliver Group 2.
Who won that race?
Another Will.
Oh, yeah.
Another Will. He's a good Group 2 horse.
I remember that.
He's a good Group 2 horse. What Mighty Ulysses finds here is soft going, which I think is what he prefers, and he draws a nice gate with the hippo on. So with $9.50 up for grabs, I've got to make my money back.
Yeah. I think St. Lawrence is absolutely flying for Kieran Maher. And those silks are flying as well.
They started off very slowly.
Yeah.
They had a lot of bad luck in the spring, but the last few weeks have really made their bang for buck.
Yeah. So St. Lawrence, Chad on only slight concern for me is the drop back to 1,500 from the mile, but happy to take the punt that he is still up for it. Now, race 9 is the ATC Cup, 2,000 metres listed. Handicap. Chips in. Explain yourself.
I think Townsend was absolutely unbelievable.
He was very good.
Newcastle. I think he was absolutely unbelievable. He did it from the gate to the finish line. For a horse that's so lightly raced to do that with that stable, 54 kilos he finds here, I think he's just going to kick away again and win. Bro had more than a year off. For him to do that second up just means he's doing this, in my humble opinion. And I think he must have been gelded after his last start where he, believe it or not, ran last in the Ming Dynasty, where Cheerwolf ran second to NCAP, and Tommy Kitten ran third in that race as well. So that was over a year ago. He also ran third to Militarize in the Champagne Stakes. So this is a horse who's was clearly good enough as a 2-year-old, as a colt. He's been gelded since then, and I've seen a bit of a trend recently of these good colts. They're not. Some of them are even winning Group 1s. And they're like, you know what? Let's make the snip. V8, he's been gelded, and he's going to come back a much better horse, in my opinion, because clearly there wasn't a market for him as a stallion. So, like, yeah, you want a George Ryder, but Griff is up for sale on the English Digital. He won Caulfield Guineas at any old price. I would not be surprised if he snapped up, syndicated, and gets the snip. We saw Nadal. He ran into Coolmore. He's come out as a gelding now. He's doing shit. I think Townsend's another one. You can add it to the list. These horses who showed promise as a colt but just didn't quite have it put together. Cheerwolf as well. Geld him, send him back as a racehorse. Militarize is coming back as well. I think Townsend's going to be in that group. I want him to win this race because he's so lightly raced, and you can add him to our weight for age ranks. Mate, this is a $4.20 gift, mate.
Gift.
Gift.
Strong.
Gift.
You know what I hear every single time this horse goes around in the mounting yard for number 11 Stockman is, tell you what, all he needs is wet ground. This horse has not run in the top 3 the last time he's been on heavy ground, albeit he's been in Group 1 and Group 2 company.
True.
But look past what people are saying. You know what I mean? Is he going good enough? I think he's too old. Stockman. He's 21 though. I'm going to stick fat with my guy, State of America.
Yeah, you gotta.
Why wouldn't I?
You gotta.
Zachy Lloyd on. David Payne has been... Yeah, he gave a bit of a drive-by, I read before. He's like, been waiting for a good jockey to ride this horse.
That's a drive-by.
So, now, sure, he's coming off benchmark 78 grade and what have you, but drops 5.5 kilos as he's entitled to be dropping. But that was a sensational win on Derby Day at Rose Hill. Rain-affected ground, unsure, but he's been supported by the market already. Like, he's $8 here. I think that's a generous price, one that I can get involved in. So, yeah, State of America on top.
Yeah, you gotta stick with him. What's he done wrong?
Zero. His winning strike rate was, quite frankly, dog shit before this prep. And then, bang, he's won 3 in a row. Bang, bang, bang. So I could see him doing it again.
You know what they say about geldings in form? Oh, wait, it's about mares.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's been a big week for me. Big week.
The finish line's nearly there.
Yeah.
So close. And then we're going to have our Christmas break.
Yep.
And celebrate drifters just like you guys should. Don't get too far ahead of yourselves.
Don't do it. What's your best bet of the weekend?
I think Townsend's a ridiculously good bet. And I think Tuvalu's a ridiculously good bet as well.
Would that double be on your Ned's profile?
Tell you what. Because you know your boy can be forgetful with the smaller details. So let me just have a quick look at that right now. Right now. We're going to Saturday. We're going to Caulfield. Here we go. The Kevin Hefferman Stakes. Bang. Add that to my bet slip.
He's adding it.
I'm adding it to my bet slip. We're going back. We're going back to Rose Hill. We're going to the ATC Cup. And we're going to Townsend. He's $4.20. Jeez, that's $10.50 for that 2-leg multi.
Hello.
Bang. Chuck about $1 million on that. On my profile, drifters.
Bang. What we didn't discuss was Winks had a little baby boy during the week.
She did. By Schnitzel. Chicken eye. That's terrible, isn't it?
So we asked the drifters what they were thinking we should name this. And yeah, you sent through one to me, Chicken Eye.
That's Jess Mitchell. I'm calling you out. That's horrific. Chicken, Schnitzel, eye, Winks. That's bad.
Yeah. One, he'll remain nameless to defend his honour. Wanks. Brown Ben, Snickers, Milne, good looking rooster.
Does he posts on his Instagram going to grab chook from that place all the time?
I said to him, I'm like, one of the great chicken shops. He's like, mate, how good's the gravy there? It is good gravy. I have 2. Chicken dinner is one.
Yeah, winner.
Winner.
Winner was what I went to. That's a great name. Yeah. Because all Winks did was win and Schnitzel. Come on, man.
Come on. Yeah. I was thinking like, all right, what could be some like, other chicken related wins? And it's like, again, going back to like, Wicked Winks.
Wicked Winks, yeah.
Or, yeah. 3-piece feed.
Yeah.
Or
Winker box.
Yeah, Winker box. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Gravy on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corn cob.
It's already racing in WA.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right. we will be back on Sunday for our second last review podcast of the year. But yeah, if you're having a bet this weekend, do it with Neds and do it responsibly.
Peace and blessings.